Greetings, you lovable lot. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I do hope you are all doing well today, mate. I really do hope that. And welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on Football Therapy, where I consolidate stuff I'm reading in the rags, rumours and social media, all that lark, talking about Chelsea Football Club. I gather what I find interesting. Once consolidated, I present it to you lot, give you my opinion on this stuff, but more importantly, ask for your opinion. Now, there are two notable stories I want to talk about today, two potential transfers. One being Jose Jimenez of Atletico Madrid, a centre-half from Atletico Madrid. That sounds like just the tonic for a leaky and wobbly defence, And also, there are more noises regarding Kai Havertz. This always happens before a sort of seemingly inevitable transfer goes on. People start talking about it more and more. Journos are kind of regurgitating the same things, but I'm gonna do the same because, hey, this is what this series is all about. And it's gonna be a load of fun. If you enjoy a load of fun and daily content, please do consider subscribing to Football Therapy, this channel. Yes, please. Daily uploads regarding Chelsea Football Club. If you like it, please drop a like on this video. You know that helps me out a lot, so thank you very much for that, and thank you for your new subscription if you've not subscribed. Alright then, let's get into it. So yes, indeed, defender, attacker. Let's start with this link with the defender, and quickly, a word on Kepa Arrizabalaga. Recently I've expressed my patience has run out with a player. Now, sadly, he's been getting loads of abuse on social media, and I do not condone or endorse such abhorrent behaviour from any fan saying, horrible things to the guy. This man is a professional footballer, he's a human being, he's trying his best, he's clearly rattled at the moment and devoid of confidence. He does not deserve abuse. He wants to do well, he doesn't deliberately make mistakes or play badly or play without confidence. This is just something that's happened to him. Sure, Chelsea need to address it. Apparently Frank Lampard's not pleased, and hopefully we do replace him for our sake and again for his sake as well. This guy does have ability. He deserves to play football well to the best of his ability somewhere. Hopefully you can do that in Spain or something, and fans need to chill out. So if you're watching this and you're one of these people that say horrible stuff to him, have a word with yourself and grow up. Alright, let's move on. So yes, when Chelsea's defence, as well as their goalkeeper, is looking shaky, perhaps not completely resolute, you think we need to chuck someone in there to really sort this out. Enter Matt Law's article and links to Atletico Madrid defender Jose Jimenez. Now, apparently, as things stand, Chelsea are just scouting the centre-half. 25-year-old Uruguayan has played decent minutes for Atletico this season, but not a full season by any stretch. I think he's played around 1,800 minutes, a decent amount, but for a guy who's 25 years old, you feel like you'd want to be buying a full starter. I looked at his defensive stats as well from WhoScored.com, and he's really not making that many defensive actions in terms of tackles and interceptions. Maybe that's down to systemic stuff, but I always look, if they're able to make a lot per game, it means they really get stuck in and try and stop offensive actions from being happening. I got so far into this video without having an error, and there you go, my brain has failed. Still, what I'm trying to say is not crazy amounts of defensive metrics per 90. 2.1 tackles and interceptions per game in La Liga for a team like Atletico Madrid that do often do a lot of defending. I don't know, I just thought it'd be involved more getting stuck in. But, I have to be honest, man, I haven't watched much of him. I've watched some Atletico this season, and, I'm aware of who he is, but I can't really offer you so much insight in his play style. Fortunately, WhoScored do have more information on his weaknesses and strengths. Apparently no weaknesses, which is positive to see. But this is what we do like to see, boys and girls. Aerial duels strong. Concentration strong. Only Zuma seems to be able to win headers at the moment, so to get another centre-half in there that can do that and doesn't drop concentration, that is exactly the tonic for this current Chelsea backline. Also, his style of play apparently is indirect set-piece threat, which is exactly something we'd be looking for, and perhaps defending indirect free kicks. And he doesn't dive into tackles, perhaps not conceding free kicks on the edge of the area where Trent Alexander-Arnold might stick one away. Granted, that probably wasn't a free kick, but that's happened to us before, these kind of set pieces that Chelsea suffer on. So in terms of his general style attributes, it does make sense how Chelsea are scouting this player. Even if he's not making 4-5 tackles and interceptions per game, they've looked at the weak parts of their defence and they've analysed the perfect player profile to hopefully plug that void. And to be honest, man, any centre-half who's like mid-20s, you know, right age, and has been coached by Diego Simeone does seem like the right kind of thing for this Chelsea team. Do you know what I mean? So I'm all for it, man. I watched a little bit more of him. Hopefully this deal develops along a little bit more and he seems like an affordable option. And you know, I'll keep you guys posted, so swing by Football Therapy every single day for updates on this kind of thing. Woof. Right, moving on to Kai Havertz, the superstar that we were all excited at the prospect of him joining Chelsea Football Club. He's away on, actually I think he's just got back to training now. He was away on a boat somewhere, but he's going back to Bayer Leverkusen to discuss the potential Chelsea move. Apparently no other clubs are considering buying him. It's literally Chelsea left in the race, and if Bayer Leverkusen want to cash in, they will have to do business with Chelsea. It's been reported and rumoured that Kai Havertz has agreed terms with Chelsea Football Club for approximately 9 million a year in terms of wages, and a 5-year deal that goes to 2025. And recently, new Bayern Munich player Leroy Sané made some comments on this as well in his press conference. He says, like, Chelsea are buying good German players, or, you know, Havertz and Werner going to Chelsea. Chelsea are, you know, buying good deals. Something like that, insinuating that the deal is already done. Maybe he has spoken to Havertz and he was like, yeah, I'm going to Chelsea, man. And he hasn't really thought about it enough in terms of PR. But there's a lot of stuff indicating and implying this deal will go through. The fact how the players agreed to join the club, Chelsea have agreed to take him on terms, and pretty much it's getting a deal over the line between Chelsea and Bayer Leverkusen. Reportedly around 80 million euros. So, you know, what's that? 72, 75 million pounds. Pretty good. I mean, it's considering the player that you're getting. I'm sure the financial climate is tight, but it's pretty good. So what does this mean for Chelsea? Well, Havertz is seen as a sort of a generational talent. If you look at how this guy plays, it's incredible the way he finds space where there is no space. He's one of those really technical players that plays with the ball close to his feet, that always finds a pass, but more importantly, the way he carries the ball as well, where he glides around the pitch. He's a finisher. The versatility is incredible for a player so young. He can play as just a general striker, even scoring headers with his 6'2" height. He can play as a sort of pressing false 9, or as a number 10, or as an attacking 8, where I suppose he is quite likely to play for Chelsea. And indeed, as a sort of inside forward and winger as well. Kai Havertz is incredibly versatile. He's like a Galactico utility man, which probably doesn't do him justice, that phrase. Now, of course, loads of you in the comments will be like, Jan, we do not need Havertz. If you watched our defence recently, this is awful. I get you, bro. I'm with you. I think Chelsea are very much intending to address the defence, you know, perhaps with Jose Jimenez and the goalkeeping situation. Who knows, with Andre Onana potentially. Chelsea are looking to do that, and a left back. They obviously think they have the financial capacity to complete all of these transfers, and if they can and do, then happy days, brothers and sisters, because this Kai Havertz transfer really is one of these situations where you do not miss out on a generational talent, because it's sort of get him now, think about the rest later. It's like when Chelsea signed Eden Hazard, they had Oscar, they had like Mata and stuff. You know, they had loads of attacking midfielders, quality ones, but they had the opportunity to sign this bright, shining number 10 at the same age as when we signed Pulisic as well, which is another positive. And Chelsea just took the opportunity and signed Eden Hazard. And guys, that worked out incredibly well. Think about that. So loads of positive stuff indeed, but I want to get your thoughts and opinions on both these players. Are you incredibly excited about the prospect of Kai Havertz joining Chelsea? Get down in the comment section below and express yourself, and let me know, do you know much about Jose Jimenez? Teach me about this centre half. Get down in the comment section below and tell me what he's like as a player. I'll be interested in reading your comments on him. And also, if you want to help me out and look at some more content that I'm making, go check out my second channel and subscribe to Jan's Yard, where I'm making daily non-football related content, but daily content nonetheless, and you might really enjoy it. So subscribe to Jan's Yard, like the video if you enjoyed it, enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.